Hi, so today we're making Asian ground pork lettuce wraps. So right now I have in my wok a pound of ground pork, which I'm sauteing. Okay. To that, I'm going to add a quarter of an onion. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. We're going to grate some ginger. Now, if you've never peeled ginger before, I don't know if you know this, but the ginger skin is thin. So to use like a peeler is really like difficult. So if you take a spoon and you just grate along the ginger, it pulls the skin away, just like that. You see that? And then the skin comes right off. So it's very easy. And it gets into all the nooks and crannies of ginger. So just a little tidbit if you didn't know. Now you do. Okay, so we're going to, oops. So we're going to grate. I'm going to just stir this up a little bit with the garlic and the onion in here. Okay. And let it's still sauteing. Oh, smells great already. So now we're going to grate the ginger. And I'm not sure how much. I'm doing this much and a couple of smaller pieces. Maybe a couple of inches worth of ginger. Without your finger skins or nails. I love these little grating planes. I think that's what they call them. So I hope you're all doing well today. This smells delicious already. I love pork, and I love ground pork, and I love lettuce wraps. So, wow, what a perfect combo, right? Okay. So let's do a little bit more of the ginger. So right now the onions, the garlic, the ginger. My gosh, fresh ginger just smells amazing. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay. Tap that in there. We're going to stir it around. Smells amazing already. I love using my wok. I got this wok about 6 months ago. Look at the steam. Can you see me? I got this wok about 6 months ago and I love it. All right, so to that, we're going to add a can of water chestnuts. I bought them sliced. It says to chop them. So chopped them, and they go. Stir it around. So while this is sauteing and all the flavors are blending together, great flavor bomb. It smells really good. I'm going to make the sauce that goes on it. So the sauce consists of, I get a little measuring cup. Soy sauce. There were no real measurements in this recipe that I saw online, so I'm going to kind of wing it. So I have here a quarter cup of soy, because it's a pound of ground, so just under a quarter cup, I think. So a quarter cup of, little under a quarter cup of soy. Like I said, that's a pound of ground meat. So I'm going to go according to how much meat I have. 3 tablespoons of water. Rice wine vinegar. And I'm just going to use what I have left in this bottle, which is a quarter of a cup. Okay. It calls for hoisin, which is very sweet, so I'm not going to put a lot. I'm going to put maybe a squeeze because it's very thick. So a squeeze like that. I think it just the sweetness counterbalances the savory. This is honey sriracha. Again, spicy. I'm doing a nice long squeeze on that. It calls for some sesame oil. Sesame oil you use very sparingly. So 3 little shakes. Okay. And I think that's it. I am going to add some salt to the meat. And I'm using kosher salt. So we're going to stir this around as it sautés. The onions are starting to get a little translucent, which is what you want. This smells freaking amazing. Oh my God. Okay. So while that's chilling, we got to whisk this together. So again, this is the soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, some water, hoisin, which is very sweet. So I did a big squirt on that. And then honey sriracha, which I did a generous squirt on that. I'm just going to do a little taste. Ooh, that tastes good. Ooh, that tastes good. Yum. I think honestly though, I'm going to do the full quarter cup of the soy. So I'm going to add a little bit more soy in there. So quarter cup of soy, quarter cup of rice wine vinegar. I want you to whisk it up. I'm going to put a little bit, I feel any heat. I don't taste any heat. So I'm going to do a little bit more of the honey sriracha. And we're good. It's all taste. It's what you like. I like a little more spice in mine. So now it's all whisked up. Oops, sorry about that. We're going to make sure that the water chestnuts and the onions have all cooked down a little bit. Oh my God, this looks amazing. And now we're going to add the sauce. Boom. There you go. Get every last little bit. All right. We're going to let that marinate a little bit. And simmer a little bit in that sauce. In the meantime, what I did was I got my lettuce wraps ready. So here are my lettuce wraps. I used romaine lettuce. Got them all washed and prepared so we can just fill them. As we just wait for this, for all of those flavors, this flavor bomb to come together. Oh my, it smells so good. So I you know, if you've watched any of my videos, you know by now that I like some Asian style cuisine. I mostly cook Italian. I'm Italian by heritage. And I like cooking all kinds of food. I like trying all different kinds of food. Asian just seems to be about this wok about 6 months ago, and I stir fried some stuff. And it actually, the wok works beautiful. But if you don't have a wok, you can definitely use a fry pan. Prior to my wok, I used a fry pan when I did stir fry or I did rice. And it comes out just as good. The wok, my wok is a round bottom wok. They also make flat bottoms according to your stove. And I have a little, it comes with a little raised plate. So depending on your surface and a round bottom, it holds it steady, you know. All right. So I think this is just about done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my wraps. So I think this will work well. So I'm just going to take a spatula full. Make sure you get a little bit of everything in there. Fill these wraps. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's a pre-taste. That was good. Ooh, the honey sriracha, the extra I put, I feel it. And you're saying to yourself, is she going to eat all those wraps herself? You never know. Tune in to find out. Okay. So we have some little baby wraps here. Doesn't that look nice? Not that one. So I didn't want the wraps to be too big. You can use the really big parts of the romaine. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Fill a couple little ones. Then I like sesame seed. Put this down a minute. So I love sesame seeds. So I'm going to sprinkle. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? It smells divine. So this is the Asian ground pork lettuce wraps. I'm going to do a short with a taste test, so please tune in. It was great spending time with you. I hope you like this recipe. See how quick it was. And even the sauce came together really quick. From the smell of it and that little bite I took, it is delicious. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. And I hope you join my short where I taste test these wraps. Bye.